Hey guys, Steve here, or Uncle Steve for nephews, nieces, grandnephews, and the like. We're going to talk a little bit about the flying sub featured in Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. How cool is this thing? This was really high up on the cool meter back in the day as when I was a kid. Um, although nothing could compare with, nothing was as cool as, or ever will be as cool as, Sergeant Chip Saunders from Combat. No discussion there. Some of you know who I'm talking about, Vic Morrow. But I digress. Let's get back to the flying sub. I'm pretty excited about opening this. We should talk a little bit about Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, the show it was on. A lot of you younger people have never seen it. You can still see some episodes on YouTube. Just check it out. One of the distinctions of this show in the early 60s was that it was in color. Not everyone had a color TV set. So some of the shows would put right in the title of the show, and underneath in color. And I always wondered what effect that would have, because I think we pretty early on got a color TV. So at first I thought, I know the show's in color, I can see the color, but I think perhaps they were trying to sell more TV sets, so that if you had a black and white set and you saw in color, you'd think, oh, I still got this crummy black and white TV. I better run out and get a color TV. One of the other shows that did that that a lot of people know is the Rat Patrol. Always said in color. One of the most colorful scenes was the crew was inside the stomach of a whale, and the show had a pretty low budget. So I heard them talking about it once on a documentary that they didn't have much money, so they took garbage bags, they blew them up, lined up all the garbage bags, soaked them in water. So they had the guys trampling through just a little sea of garbage bags with water spraying and some gel and different colored lights, and that was the whale of the stomach. I can still remember that scene. One of the other things they were famous for was the ship rocking from side to side. And the crew would always have to run to one side and then run to the other side. So to get this effect right, because you couldn't have two guys running in opposite directions, so it wouldn't look too good. Some of the scenes they'd have a guy standing in front of the set, and he would point one way, everybody would run to that side. Then he would point the other way, and everybody would run to the other side. But that always cracked up my father, who also loved the show. Other things that happened while the ship was moving around, usually it was something like a seaweed monster would have a hold of the submarine and be shaking it. So in reality, they'd all be dead, but inside they were running from side to side. But sometimes there'd be things flying around, gas cans, air cylinders, hitting guys in the head. And my father would say, that doesn't happen on a submarine. He said, on a submarine, everything's tied down. Everything's stowed away just for that situation when the currents move the sub around, or I guess in wartime when they're getting hit with depth charges. So that cracked them up. The other thing that cracked him up, and myself as well, my father had an electrical engineering background. Every time that sub got shaken around, every circuit on the ship would short circuit. Sparks would be flying everywhere. So I remember my dad saying, what did they do? They must have wired the entire ship with bare wires. Every time things move a little, the whole ship short circuits. So always good scenes with somebody had a full-time job making the sparks fly around on that ship. The major flaw, this is the most glaring flaw. Now, this show is fantastic. No matter how many flaws we come up with, it's still a great show. But they had a TV screen in the control room, and they could see a lot of things on that TV screen. I often wondered, who's filming everything they saw on there? Because sometimes the flying sub would leave the ship. Sometimes a diver. The diver would be swimming around, and somehow they're in the control room watching him on the TV set. And I always thought maybe there's one poor schlep on the sub that they tell you there's a diver going out, pick up your TV camera and go swim around and follow him and take pictures, because there's no possible way that they could watch him on TV inside the sub everywhere he went. And the flying sub would go out, and they could see the flying sub no matter where it was. It made no sense. The flying sub would hit the surface, take off, be flying around in the air above the surface, and there on the submarine in the control room, still watching it on the TV screen, as if they had a life raft up above tethered to the submarine with a camera crew on it filming the sub. It made absolutely no sense. But despite that, this is cool. Can't wait to open it. Let's break it open and see what's inside. Hi folks, Steve back, ready to open this up. Now I've seen some pictures on the internet of this, of various versions of this, and I've seen one. Yeah, I sure hope that's not the one in this box, because that's pretty small. I think this one's a little bit bigger than that. But they've got some great teasers on this box. I mean, box art. If you put a picture of the flying sub anywhere, it's cool. So it doesn't matter what's on the box as long as that's on there. But it's a cool picture. But these teasers are pretty good. We've got a mini sub included, and a diving bell, and die-cut interior parts. That's interior artwork. That's pretty good. That mini sub. Look now, how small must that be? I'm going to need a microscope for that, because it's not just in there, but you have to put it together. So definitely going to need my glasses and some magnifiers to get through that. Looks like all the instructions are on the box, so it's not that difficult. And maybe they didn't even print up an instruction sheet inside to save some money. But here's the catcher right here. Includes free full color interior. You can't get better than that. Now I'm really glad my daughter got me this as a gift, because if I was in the hobby shop and I saw that sticker that said full color interior included free, I mean, I just would have grabbed that, put it on the counter, and said, how much? All right, let's see what's in here. This is pretty exciting. I mean, I think if I was on Indiana Jones right now, opening the Ark of the Covenant, I would not be more excited than I am right now. This is pretty good. Looks like this is the... Okay, first of all, this is not good. Open the box from the side. Much rather have a regular box. We can open it up, put the cover to one side, and have the base of the box to keep your parts in. Look at that exciting color. But I think this is not quite the yellow of the flying sub. Not quite. Let's see what we got on this tree. Of course, we got the two halves. That is a cool looking ship. Not much. There's the mini sub. I believe that's the two halves of the mini sub. Nice. It's not really that small. I think I can handle that. And the diving bell. Two halves of the diving bell. Some interior. Pretty good detail on that. That's nice. What do we have? Do we have a year on here? 2010. Only 3 years old. Not bad. Some type of cage. And we do have some clear parts. There's the full color interior. Worth the price of admission right there. Let's take a look at that. It's a piece of cardboard, but there's the full color interior. And I guess this is the, I forget what was on there. Was it a reactor core it was called that powered it? It's probably that. I've seen some people do some lighting on that, which is pretty cool. But that's it. Piece of cardboard with some colorful artwork on it. I think I'm going to use it. Some clear. The windshield. And a nice little stand. I'll use that stand. Looks pretty good. See if you can see, you got a little map of the world on there. That's nice. Now it did say it included die-cut interior artwork. I guess that's what that means. It's die-cut because it's a piece of cardboard that was cut on a die. So, and you can fold it. It's got some fold creases in it. So this will be fantastic. We'll make this model. I think we'll have to paint it yellow. I heard somebody say they just used Testra's yellow on it. Go out and grab a can of that and work on the diving bell. The mini sub, I don't know if they are supposed to go inside, but yeah, there are no instructions. They're all on the back. So the mini sub is separate. No, they have diving bell. Yep, chrome yellow. That's what it suggests for the sub. Testra's chrome yellow. I'll go with that. So this is going to be fun. So we'll put up a couple of updates for you guys as this model is going along, and we'll have some fun with it. Thanks for watching.